Today we're going to learn how to draw Paul Klee's Man of the Future with just one continuous crazy line. No need to pick up your pencil at all, just follow my directions, let your line do the work for you, and in the end it's bound to look like a crazy abstract person. Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. You know, my favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. For this project, you're going to need a sheet of watercolor paper, a pencil, a permanent black marker, brush, watercolor paint sets, and a container for some water. If you'd like to add your own center pencil guidelines, which I'm going to show you how to do, you're also going to need a ruler. Here's an example of how you can add your own center pencil guidelines to your paper. Place your ruler near the top of the paper, line up the 0 on the edge, make a mark at 4 1/4 inches across, slide the ruler down, keep that 0 on the edge of the paper, measure again for 4 1/4 inches across, slide your ruler so it's vertical and line up those two marks and draw a line through them. To draw the other line, then place your ruler on one side and measure 5 1/2 inches down, that's half of the paper. Make a mark, slide your ruler to the other side of the paper, line things up at the top, measure 5 1/2 inches down again, then slide your ruler around to line up those two marks and draw a line to connect them. To begin, place your pencil on that center vertical line, make a loop that goes up and comes down, and then stop just before you get to that horizontal line. Now keep in mind your line does not need to look exactly like mine. We're just trying to use Paul Klee's idea as a starting point. Everyone's going to look different. Now continue that line to the left, make a rounded corner, and come down kind of at an angle into the bottom half of the paper. Continue that line down to make a rounded corner to the left, make a little loop that comes up, and then a line that comes down at an angle again, like the one above it. That line continues and makes a rounded corner that now goes up, almost to the center of the paper, makes a turn to the left to make a bump, and back to the right, and then ends kind of pointing towards the middle of the paper. Make that line go to the left, and then come down right through those other lines like I'm doing here. That line can come down and make a rounded corner and then draw back up a little at an angle, make a bump to the right, go up some more, and come back pointing towards the center line. Okay, now hopefully you're back close to where you started, but if not, just make an adjustment because all we need to do now is add a loop and then end where our line began. So it's one continuous line. To make this look a little more like a figure, let's add an arm, which is really just a backward L shape, and it does overlap that body. Oh, and I think Paul Klee just added a simple circle for the hand, so we can do that too. Now do the same thing to add an arm on the other side, just a simple L that overlaps the body and has a circle above it. The feet are drawn the same way, so draw an L shape for the right foot, which also overlaps the body. And then draw the other foot facing the other way. Those loops can now look a little more like eyes if we have circles with dots inside them. Two lines here will look like lips. And then an oval above kind of looks like a hat to me. All right, so now that our crazy continuous line person is drawn, it's time to go over those lines with a thick, bold, permanent marker. And to make our artwork look extra neat, let's erase any pencil lines that are still showing. Now we're ready for painting, so I'm going to bring out my tray of watercolor paint and my cup with water and a brush. And all you need to do is soften your color with your brush. So brush it for a few moments and then start painting. What I recommend is just slowly spread the paint so that you get as much color as you can, but without adding too much water, because we're trying to avoid getting puddles. You are certainly welcome to paint your figure however you want, but I like to repeat colors, so I'm going to paint in a few of the shapes before I go on to the next one. Whatever you do though, I do recommend washing your brush really well between colors. That'll keep everything nice and bright. All right, washing my brush again. I'm now going to switch over to another color, and I think I'll use this kind of cobalt blue for this large body shape. My only goal here is to have all the colors separate so that no two of the same color touch each other. As you work, your paint tablets will probably soften up, and it'll make it easy to have that color just kind of glide on like this. I'm switching over to a bright yellow, so I'm making extra sure my brush is clean because that yellow loves to mix with other colors. So when you have a clean brush, then add your yellow color if you'd like. Okay, time to wash my brush again. Now I'm going to switch over to this kind of raspberry color and use it for the eyes and maybe some of those intersecting shapes in the body. I have one last shape to fill in. It kind of seems like that light green should be here. All right, now you probably already have a pretty bright painting going on, but the one thing that'll make it even brighter is to add another color in the background. Just pick something that you think will have some contrast and carefully paint around your abstract figure. You know, Paul Klee's original painting had a lot of red in the background, so that's why I went with that color for this example. But if you prefer the orange, you can see what that looks like on the left. Hey, nice work, kids. See how your drawing didn't need a bunch of fancy details to be creative? With just one continuous line, you made something bold and abstract and totally your own. If you enjoyed this art lesson, then hop over to my website, Art Projects for Kids. You'll find even more drawing tutorials like how to draw a Paul Klee castle and how to draw a Paul Klee cat. I hope you check them out too, and most of all, I hope you keep on drawing.